I mean, Mike, why were we seeing disproportionate number of boys at these centers? Is it strategically being released? These images, are they being released strategically and just showing boys because they want to? They're afraid that these guys are going to grow up and they're going to be the MS-13 gang members, and because they're not showing little girls, and there have to be little girls there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the answer to that, and the media is certainly covering it and telling everyone that there are children and girls there. My guess is there will be images of girls and other children, regardless of what is put out. I can't speak to why they did that. But look, I mean, you're going to have two forces kind of running into each other here, right? You have one force, which is under President Obama. This is a vexing issue, has been said. And he had the same problem. He tried to create family detention centers, and there was an outcry under his administration. He said, "You know what? Let's stop doing this. Let's just let them in, because that's the only other alternative."
It wasn't the same under the same circumstances. It was only when the parent was in question.
That's right.
It wasn't done. It wasn't done in this way, as vastly as this way.
No, but that's not my point. I'm not comparing that specific. I'm not comparing that specific thing. What I'm saying politically.
If I give you, let me just give you, if they are equal, they are not. Two wrongs don't make a right. And Obama is not the president anymore.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's not the point. What I'm saying is there's two things going to run into each other. One is we've already seen that this is politically difficult. This is why deportation, for instance, would never actually happen or work, because of the outcry over this. So you had an outcry, a similar outcry over a somewhat different thing that happened under Obama, and he stopped it. And so you have an outcry here happening, and that's going to run into the base politics.
I think you have to go to the extreme just because it's difficult. I'm sorry, I have a short time. I want everybody to talk. Go on.
I'll make this very quick. The president ran on enforcing the border. He won in the primaries of it. He wasn't a secret policy of his. He ran in the general and up against Hillary Clinton, who had an opposite policy. He won. This is something that he is doing exactly what he said he was going to do, which is enforce the rules, enforce the law at the border.
And that's going to jerk, to be an ass, to be someone who separates.
I'm trying to give you analysis, actually, objective analysis of the political part of this versus his base politics. That's not even a partisan thing to say. That's a fact. Those two things are going to run into each other before we get to the end of this.
That's the same
that was
thing.
actually answering your question.
He ran on
whether or not this was propaganda, but we're turning this into crushing the president again. So.
Well, I mean, he's the one that can change that.